On the table today at SquirrelStampede, highly requested Sonic the Hedgehog 3 Sonic action figures on the table with Ultimate Talking Sonic, a huge Sonic figure, plus a Sonic basic release figure and a smaller tiny Sonic figure. So everyone's saying, have you seen the new trailer? I have, it's incredible. So happy to see Robotnik back. Wasn't sure if he was gonna play this time around. And then just lots of great items from Jakks Pacific starting to drop this fall. Have not found much else other than the Sonics here today, but it's a good start. It's a good start. So follow along as we figure out this Ultimate Talking Sonic.
SquirrelStampede!
Please like,
Share! And Squirrel Live!
So do we go largest, to the medium, to the smallest? That sounds like a plan. This is Sonic the Hedgehog 3 Ultimate Talking Sonic. Are you gonna talk, Sonic? Are you gonna talk?
Holy sherbert!
I think he's gonna talk. So for ultimate size, I'm very impressed with its Tyrannosaurian Rexian scale. This Sonic could probably stand up to a few Titans in the studio. Looks to be loaded with features, 30 plus sounds, highly articulated body, central chest sound effect activator button, shoes that do something even, and just overall high intensity detail that you would expect from Sonic. Sometimes with these large scale figures they go off into a softer tangent, and I think it feels nice and plastic like a giant action figure would. He just looks so cool inside his box. Over around to the back, Ultimate Talking Sonic. What's a Sonic Tonic? Sonic is on a roll, saved the world twice, but who's counting? And has 2 besties for his team. But will they be enough to handle a devastating new threat? Of course they will. Pretty good image of Sonic on the back here, 30 phrases and soundings, 15 points of articulation with light up eyes and quills. Plus also available the 5-inch figure collection. I'm still looking for most of them. Finding Sonic, no Tails, Shadow, or Robotnik yet, but I'll keep my eyes out for them. Alright Sonic, how do we get you out of here? Really fast or really slow? Ultimate Sonic out. The question is, the bigger they are, the harder they fall, right? Will he stand up to the table? He's simply huge, clocking in at 14 inches in height. Very reminiscent to another blue tall-footed friend we saw earlier in the year. They've really stretched the distance of these figures of late. Wow, this Sonic figure is just ultimately huge. I can't think of anything else that would be just as huge as this figure, so we'll just stick to this Ultimate Sonic for now. Well, I think the only chore we have to take note of after out of package is the switch from evil mode to good mode. Or is that maybe try me to...
I am great at resting. I rest faster than anybody.
To off? I don't know.
I'm Sonic.
There's 3 switches back here. I gotta find the instructions. Goodness, Sonic, that is a thick stack of instructions. I can see why people are always after you. I've honestly never seen so much fine print and very little detail on how to activate your Sonic. As there is a supercharge mode that I'm like, Back to the switch though, I think it's indicating it's most on when it's slid all the way that way. So we should be set to go. Okay Sonic, let's say a few funny things. Did I just turn him off? I can see the writing now. Maybe I need more battery power.
I'm Sonic. I'm Sonic. Holy sherbert!
Okay, now he's saying some things.
Gotta go fast! I'm Sonic. Holy sherbert! Gotta go fast! I'm Sonic. Holy sherbert! Gotta go fast!
Okay, well I'm only getting about 5 or 6 phrases right now, so we're in there somewhere. We're also supposed to get some light up effects, and I have not seen any sort of light up effect yet. And what about those shoes? Figuring out these shoes. You push the soles in a little bit. Well, we're seeing some things. No lights and effects yet. Maybe I just need to turn down the lights a little bit.
Holy sherbert!
Oh, there we go. There's some lights. Let's try this way.
Gotta go fast!
There we
I'm
go.
Sonic.
Oh, wow, his whole head has got just a radiant party going on.
Holy Sherbert! Gotta go fast! I'm Sonic. Holy Sherbert! Gotta go fast! I'm Sonic. Alright, high five!
Funny, his quills don't light up much when he's running really, really fast. So what's the deal with these knuckles on his hands? Those are also supposed to activate a sound. According to the picture, you just press this in, but no. Oh wait, I got a coin. Oh, it's the whole fist pushes in.
This is Green Hills, the greatest place on Earth. Meow? This is Green Hills, the greatest place on Earth. No need to thank me, citizens. Oh, it's a dance fight. Is that all you got? No need to thank me, citizens. Oh, holy Sherbert!
So plenty of sounds locked into the fists, maybe more so than the torso.
Gotta go fast! I'm Sonic.
Lots of general sounds from the torso.
Holy Sherbert!
Lots of speedy sounds from the feet.
Alright, high five!
And some sounds from the fists.
Meow?
It's a little bit of everything though sometimes.
Gotta go fast!
As for the 15 points of articulation, let's see if we can find them. Head rotation number 1. Not too much there because of the quills and probably wiring inside. Shoulders that reach out and rotate. Elbows that rotate and pin out. Wrists that are able to rotate about halfway. And then the knuckles that open up and close. Then we've got hips, of course, that can pin, move, kick out a little tight in there, not too much. Knees that do the same, kind of rotate here or there. And, well, it feels like there's something underneath the sock there by the shoe.
I'm Sonic.
So yeah, counting it up, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, somewhere in there. So he's fully loaded, and so far stability concerns are okay. I'm having not too many problems of him falling over. There's always big concerns with the Sonic. He has such a giant back head section with all those quills that will cause him to be a little bit top heavy, but I feel like they gave him enough weight into those shoes for standing, so that is good. I think my only long-term worry is if these joints were to get a little loosened up, will he still stand? Would he just start falling over on us? So I don't want to overextend those articulation points. There's a supercharge mode. Press and hold tummy for 2 seconds.
Holy Sherbert! Gotta go fast! I'm Sonic. Holy Sherbert!
I don't know. I'm not getting much.
Gotta go fast!
There's a good chance my Sonic figure might be slightly cursed. These buttons, this lever,
I'm Sonic.
this switch has not been working. Flipping it all the way back to this side again. And let's see if we can get the charge up effect now. Alright, finally something, but you know, it kind of like sounded like it was charging up and then just kind of like went into idle mode. Let's check from the dark side view. It's so odd. Feels like when my switch is all the way left, I can do the 2-second charge up, but nothing else. From the chest.
Alright, high five! Gotta go fast! I'm Sonic.
Flipping it over to the other side.
I'm Sonic. Holy Sherbert!
They don't really get a charge up. So play with the switch at your own free will. I kind of want to see what's powering him right now. It says requires 3 AAA batteries. He's obviously got them, but I kind of want to see what's going on in there. To get inside and power up your Sonic, it's right below the head there.
Sonic.
And somehow we've got to release this battery compartment. So his back quills release. And there we can get into his screw ports. Okay, wow, and installed currently with 3 Duracell batteries. That's a first, not generic batteries? Wow, Sonic, you've got the best batteries in there. They keep going and going and going. Well, we'll close him back up. I just wanted to see what was powering him. What makes him go so fast, of course.
Gotta go back. I'm Sonic.
I like how you can place your hands, your fingers around his tail for extra support on the back. That's kind of a cool little extra feature. And the tail has no articulation, by the way.
Holy sherbert.
Look
I'm
at that.
Sonic.
Look at that light.
Gotta go back.
All around, all these little port windows
I'm Sonic.
of quills glowing.
Holy sherbert.
His eyes also light up.
Gotta go back.
So that works out pretty well.
I'm Sonic.
It's a pretty fantastic large-scale
Holy gotta go back.
Ultimate Sonic figure. He is quite big and clunky though, so it's probably reserved for the most serious of Sonic collectors. And at this scale, there probably won't be really anything else to match it. I think I do have a Mario somewhere around the studio with a head that likes to fly off. That would stand well with that in a shelf displayer. But really, there's nothing large scale to work with on this one. So it's kind of one of those large toys that do kind of its own thing. I suppose you could say Sonic consumed some sort of formula making him giant and smashing everyone in the Green Hill Zone. Overall though, I had plenty of fun with this one. I suppose the real question remains, who would win in this matchup? So now we can go in and check out a basic release action figure for Sonic the Movie 3. And what's that going on? It looks like Jakks Pacific is mirroring the Super Mario Bros. Movie scale and style with a more realistic approach. We have a 5-inch Sonic this time, which provides more detail and those realistic eyes they like to play around with in the Super Mario line. I think it works rather well. I liked how most of the Mario figures looked. Sometimes they kind of looked back at you like they were alive, and it actually might work a little bit better in the Sonicverse, based off the fact that the Sonicverse is a mix between computer animated and real life, whereas Mario was all animated. It's a good looking figure so far. On the back of the box, got an image, same bio about Sonic is on a roll saving the world twice, and 22 points of articulation on this figure. That's a lot. And we'll keep our eyes out for Tails, Shadow, and Robotnik. Really curious if we're going to get a little more weight on that Robotnik figure. Hope so. So let's see how fast we can get Sonic retrieved from pack.
Oops.
And Sonic out. They should call him Sticky Sonic. He was stuck to my hand quite the so. Wow, oh wow though, what a figure to show. There is more articulation on this guy than ever. You can kind of see it up in the shoulders especially. And he is rocked ready to speed. He even has some of those clear quill highlights we just saw on the large figure. Curious, I wonder if at some point they were thinking of adding an LED effect to it. It does give you some of that shine you see from the quills in the movie. That is an impressive upgrade on the Sonic figure. Was curious how he was going to look against the previous 4-inch figure scale, which was really nice too. This was a really fun series, the 4-inch figure scale. And in some ways, a little more durable. I kind of get a little worried with the 5-inch line. We've seen a lot of looseness with what say the Sonic Primeverse. Those have been a little bit spindly and challenging to work with. However, I'm feeling a little more solid plastic work with this one. These have at times felt a little hollow, which can lead to looser joints, whereas this is that rubbery, stiffer plastic. You can even hear it in how they dance. It's that stiffer rubbery plastic that holds up a little better. Very similar to the Marioverse figures and how they're plastic constructed. So I'm hoping that will over time yield stronger joints and bones and things. The Primeverse was still very cool. 22 points though. How did they get that much articulation in here? Head rotation up top and does bobble a little bit here and there. Shoulders have that reach in, extra joint. That extra joint in so you can actually rotate your arms back and forth for a nice punch. I love that effect. And then you've got your standard shoulder joint after that. And then you've got another joint after your standard joint up there in the forearm to move about. Then you've got elbows and wrists and even some knuckles with these. Those are sometimes bad because they have a tougher time holding on to things. We'll see. Then we've got rotation there in the center torso. That's helpful. plus you've got your standard hips, and then another articulation point in the thigh there, the upper thigh. Then we've got knees that bend and move, and I think they're holding pretty tight. I like the feel of that, way much over so the Sonic Prime. That is a tight fitting knee joint. I like that a lot. And then down to the socks. Usually they have been underneath the sock and the shoe. In between the sock and the shoe, I see a little point there, but they're really tight. I'm getting a little bit of movement on the shoe kick. And I'm not getting much rotation in there, but there's probably something in there for moving. So yeah, I believe at 22 points are probably in there, and I'm already getting a fanciful display range of fun positioning for your basic release figure. I mean, this is a $15 figure, I believe, or in between 10 and 15. Which you don't really often see at that price point. That is pretty cool. The amount of movement at that price point is a pretty high plus. And we got those layered realistic eyes with kind of the shield acrylic covering that give it a little bit of a shine, a little lifey gloss, like they're blinking, like he's got a little water in his eyes. And I think that turned out a little bit better than what we saw with the Mario-verse. The Mario-verse was always a little bit, okay. It worked. I mean, it matches the movie in a way, so that is good. I like how they've enhanced that. And of course, the basic figure release is probably your best go, as you can get other characters at this scale and interact, unlike the giant guy back there. He's by himself, but he's still pretty awesome. Well, there's one more scale, of course, if you want to go even smaller. That is, what? Is this 2 inches or 2.5? These, I believe, are 2.5, right? Yeah, 2.5 inch figure series. You often see these everywhere, not only in the toy aisle, but near the cash registers, near any kind of Sonic 3 promo stuff. And I imagine, have not seen it yet, but I'm sure there's going to be a few Sonic 3 playsets that usually feature this scale. It's usually easier to build up a playset for the 2.5 inch figure line because they're so much smaller. And pretty much like the large scale figures, we've got Robotnik, Shadow, Knuckles, probably a Tails out there too. I think I did see a Tails. At the moment, I just picked up Sonic because I figure if there's going to be a playset, most likely they're going to repack everybody again. So I don't want to just keep getting the same guy twice. Although, wait, I did pick up Shadow, of course, because this was the first time I could share Shadow on the table for Sonic 3. As I have not found him in figure mode yet, I thought, okay, we'll get Sonic and Shadow. They're pretty neat. Alright, let's get these two out of pack. And Sonic, Tiny Sonic and Knuckles out of pack. This scale can also be a lot of fun. I mean, you can fit several of these in your pockets and take with you easily anywhere. They're perfect for racing down stair banisters, sidewalk gutter goalies, or fast food line railings. They will go and travel with you anywhere really easily. And for their small scale, pretty darn detailed. In fact, I think they're very similar to what Sonic 2 had. I do not think I have any on hand right now. This Sonic here feels more like what we saw from Sonic 2. You've got a fluffy, detailed, line-worked figure. And now, of course, we've got Shadow introduced into the new third movie. Very excited to see Shadow. I'm very excited to see if there's going to be, like, say, Amy or Ray or some other surprise that they may have kept secret. It better be Ray. These figures offer simple articulation, like over here on Shadow. We've got shoulders that reach out, rotate, wrists that may or may not rotate. Nope, those aren't moving on me. Hips that move and pin outwards. He's a little tight right now. Well, those are some fantastic kicks, Shadow. Doesn't Shadow just not have the best shoes ever? Those are so cool. And of course, did I say head rotation? I can't remember. So it's basic rotation on these, but again, they're just perfect. Take with you anywhere. Micro characters, miniature characters that are really fun. And so there are the abundant scales of Sonic. Our today's new Ultimate Sonic for Sonic 3, the new 5-inch realistic verse for Sonic 3, Sonic 2 standing in just to show his stuff, and well, there would be Sonic 1. Actually, this might have been Sonic 1 and Sonic 2, right? Is that how they released? I can't remember now. I think Jax did a double with that one. But yeah, a lineup of Sonics for your shelf play, collection, enjoyment, running around, lots of fun. So glad to check in with the Sonic 3 movie verse, but there's a lot of Sonic I still have to catch up on. like the Lego Sonic releases for the fall here. There's a few really great sets, so hang in there. I will get to these sets soon. And there's a few other really interesting things like these mini launchers, these Go-Go Racers I gotta get on with, and this Ultimate Bundle Pack. So stick around. We'll get to more Sonic very shortly soon. I just wanted to jump in right with this new movie verse. Sonic the Hedgehog 3 had lots of squaments about, did I see the new trailer? Yes, it was awesome. I'm so thrilled to see Robotnik back. That was my biggest worry. So lots more Sonic coming. Just stick around and we'll squirrel right back to those. And that's our scaled Sonic collection so far for Sonic 3, plus lots more Sonic on its way. What do you think? If you liked today's video, please give us a squike, squirrelibe, squammet your favorite Sonic the Hedgehog 3 character. I have the feeling it's going to be Shadow, right? Don't forget we have Squirrel Stampede merch out like t-shirts, water bottles, plush, landry. Thank you so much for watching. That's what I have to say about that. Oh no! Now with fear, he's clear. You can pull it back by itself. Oh no! Maybe not do that. Whoa!